Hello and welcome to Newsmakers. I'm your host today, Carrie Coogan, and we're here today with Missouri State Representative Jeanie Lauer. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
I'm also thrilled to be here in the historic 18th and Vine District at the Negro Leagues Museum. A beautiful place to be. I'm sure you've been here many times before.
It is a great place to be.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming in today. I wanted to talk to you. This has really been something you've been championing a lot recently, and that's job readiness. You know, that's something I think that all of us are really interested in is, you know, growing the economy, growing jobs.
Right.
But why is this such an important state issue to you?
Well, what's happening in our state and certainly across the nation is that we have a lot of new jobs that are being created because of technology and because of the baby boomer population getting ready to retire. And so we're looking at not only how to grow new jobs, but to retrain individuals to get them into the job sets that they can be the most productive at.
So outside of technology, what are some other areas where there's a lot of job growth? I'm sure there's kids graduating from college or people who are still looking for work potentially. What are some other strong areas that they could be looking?
Well, certainly, as you said, technology is big with cyber sorts of issues going on. Healthcare industry is certainly a growing industry. We're also seeing more in advanced manufacturing, which of course has technology with it, but very process driven. And we're certainly again seeing continuation within transportation with building infrastructures.
Great. So what about this last session? It's interesting talking to all the politicians who come on Newsmakers and their reaction after the session. Sometimes it's relief, sometimes it's painful, sometimes they're happy. I'm sure it's a combination of all those things, but how are you feeling after this last session?
Well, I'm relieved that the session is over, certainly. And while there are good things that happen, you know, during the session, and the most important thing being that we're able to serve the citizens of the state and the citizens of our district. And I think that's where my personal gratification comes from. Unfortunately, as the session ended, we saw a real downfall of that, where the Senate ended early. We were not able to accomplish the kinds of things that should have been addressed with that. And with
like
all
what? Like what's an example of something you were disappointed?
Well, I believe there are 11 pages of bills with about 20 bills on each page that are left on the Senate calendar that were not addressed. Some of those including 911 legislation which helps save lives across the state, and many other good bills dealing with drug overdose, mental health, and so forth. And so when we see those kinds of things happen, it always hurts internally to say, are we really doing what we can for the citizens of our state when we don't address those issues?
Yeah, and for citizens who are watching this, what does that really mean in terms of what happens next? Do you start the next session fighting for these? Are they gone? What happens now?
Basically, we start over with the next session, and although there's been an opportunity to go through the process last session with these, it might speed up a bit because the vetting has already been done, discussions have been made, and things worked out. So it could help move that along. At the same time, though, we have new issues that always come up and things that need to be addressed, certainly with public safety and other issues that are going on around the state that we need to incorporate as well.
And you mentioned that you were happy to be able to serve, which is wonderful, right?
Yes.
But was there anything else that you were happy about? Anything that passed, or, you know, even though as you look back over the course of the year, that you were pleased with? Well,
you know, I think overall, anything we can do to help our education system, to help those with mental illness and disabilities certainly is very, very important, which we were able to do. The balanced budget was able to provide monies for some of these things, as well as state improvements for many of the facilities across the state. Fulton Hospital, making sure that we have renovations there to help provide for our veterans. Those are all very important things.
Great. Well, unfortunately, we're out of time, but thank you so much for coming in today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Carrie.
And that's all the time we have today on Newsmakers, but we'll see you back here next time.